How are you?
How are you?
I'm doing well.
What's going on today?
What do you mean?
Why are you recording?
Why am I recording? What's your name and badge number?
My badge number is 30410.
And your name?
I don't need to provide you my name, but I can give you my badge number.
You do need to provide 2 pieces of ID under the Community Policing Act. Yes, you do. It's, how do you pronounce that? Doirin?
Yeah. So how come you're here recording today, sir?
So do you know why you have that on your chest, right?
Sir?
Do you know why you have that on your chest? Just to be very straightforward with you, do you know why you wear your name and your badge number? Because you have to identify to people. What if I can't read?
I don't have my badge number on me, sir. I just have my
Where is it?
right?
It's written on you somewhere, isn't it?
No, I only have my name on.
Okay. So what seems to be the issue?
Welcome back, folks, and buckle up, because today's interaction is a perfect example of how quickly a simple camera can turn a routine day at a police station into a full-blown accountability test. Before a single officer even steps into frame, we're already dealing with the classic tension between public rights and police discomfort. This video isn't just about someone filming a station. It's about the reaction that filming triggers, the power struggle that follows, and the desperate grasp some officers have at authority they don't legally possess. Keep your eyes open for how the officers approach. Watch the body language, the tone, and especially the dialogue. Notice how the auditor stays calm, asks direct questions, and keeps the officers accountable without ever raising his voice. That's crucial. Meanwhile, the officers try a mix of concern, confusion, and in one case, outright misinformation about ID requirements that will break down each moment. Who's right, who's wrong, and who's just trying to bluff their way through a policy they clearly don't understand. I'll also explain why filming a police station, even the secure areas, is constitutionally protected, and why officers often react defensively even when no law is being broken. Stay locked in. This one's filled with contradictions, quick pivots, and a few unintentionally funny moments. And trust me, the ending commentary from the creator? Absolute gold. Let's get into it.
I need to know what you're recording here today. We had a call for service that you were recording outside our headquarters, so that's just why I'm asking.
So who called for service? Was it one of the officers hanging out in the parking lot?
I don't know who called, but either way, I need to get an understanding as to why you're here.
Why? Am I breaking a law?
No, I'm just asking why you're here.
I'm not breaking a law, so therefore I have no obligation to explain myself to you. I'm working on a little project, as you can see.
Okay.
And you interrupted me while I was narrating, so.
Okay, what kind of project are you working on?
Is that going to change anything?
No, I'm just trying to get an understanding as to why you're here recording.
How are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
Good, thank you.
This is where things get interesting. The officer approaches with the classic opener. Why are you recording? A question that sounds harmless, but often signals an attempt to establish control of the encounter. What's important here is that the officer asks before identifying himself, which sets the stage for a power imbalance the auditor quickly corrects. The auditor immediately flips the script by demanding the officer's name and badge number, something every officer should be prepared to give without hesitation. That you'll notice the officer is already slightly defensive, offering only his badge number and claiming he doesn't need to provide his name, a common but incorrect assertion in many jurisdictions. Transparency begins with identification, and officers know this. The auditor's calm, yet firm pushback forces the officer to confront his own responsibility. This early moment sets the tone. The citizen knows his rights, and the officer is caught off balance trying to navigate around them.
Your name and badge number?
You'll get it at the end, don't worry.
No. May I have it now?
Yeah, Morocco 30324. Can we help you?
No.
Okay, what you doing here?
Exactly what it appears I'm doing here.
Okay, you're just videotaping the station?
Working on some. I was actually going to go in, but you're closed on the holidays.
We are. Okay, you're free to do that. Nobody's gonna bother you, okay?
That's good.
Okay, thank you.
And you don't need to know why?
I don't really know. Seems like that's something you want us to ask, but I'm not gonna ask
No.
that.
You know what? I was perfectly fine doing my story alone until I was interrupted, so.
Here we see a subtle but revealing moment. The officer says he doesn't have his badge number on him, which is odd, because transparency policies almost always require officers to display either a badge, a patch, or at the very least a nameplate. The auditor's point is simple. If the public must comply when asked for ID, why shouldn't officers do the same? This creates a fascinating contrast. One party is operating on legal obligations, and the other is relying on convenience. The officer may not be hostile, but he's clearly unprepared for someone who knows exactly what they're entitled to request. This is a key lesson for viewers. Never forget that accountability goes both ways, and asking officers to identify themselves is not disrespect. It's a right.
That's okay. We have to, unfortunately, the manner of our job, we have to respond to people on our premises because sometimes people do come here to hurt us. So we just need to, we like to know what's going on.
Why don't you give me an example of that?
I'm not going to. That's not my business to tell you. That's okay, okay?
Yeah, you know what? That doesn't happen. You guys always say that the people come to your police station to hurt you, and nobody's here to hurt you.
Trying to get a reaction out of us, and that's not going to happen right now.
Nobody's trying.
We're going to go on our way, and you can continue doing what you're doing, okay?
That is awesome. Stop feeding me the horse shit about people are here to hurt you. And you, ma'am, next time, Doiron, identify yourself, would you please? You have a great day.
Now watch the shift in energy when the second officer approaches. She gives her name, badge number, stays calm, and acknowledges the auditor's right to film without escalating the situation. This immediate professionalism is a sharp contrast to the earlier hesitation from the first officer. But notice something else. She also tries to downplay the auditor's questions by saying, "You'll get it at the end." That's not how transparency works. Professionalism means providing info when asked, not when an officer feels like it. Still, compared to many encounters, she's handling it better than most, which is probably why the situation stays under control. This moment shows why composure matters. The auditor stays calm, the officer stays calm, and the whole encounter remains civil. Proof that not every interaction needs to devolve into confrontation when both sides respect the rules. And here comes a classic police line. Sometimes people come here to hurt us. This statement is always thrown into these interactions, but rarely backed with specifics. It's used to justify approaching citizens who are filming, even though filming, by itself, is a peaceful act protected under the law. Watch how the auditor handles this. He calls out the statement directly. He doesn't get emotional. He doesn't insult them, yet. He simply challenges the narrative. When the officer refuses to give an example, the claim falls apart. This tactic reveals how officers often rely on vague fear-based reasoning to justify stopping someone who is fully within their rights. This is an important moment for anyone watching. Fear is not a legal justification, and invoking hypothetical danger doesn't override constitutional protections. CL.